Well, to get a bit more analysis on the U.S. presidential campaign, I'm joined now on the set by author and U.S. specialist Gerald Olivier. Thank you so much for coming in to speak to us.
Thank you for having me. Hello.
I guess the big question here is, was Super Tuesday super enough to secure the nomination for both Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump?
For Hillary, yes. For Donald Trump, no. Hillary had a big win, and nothing surprising came out last night. Bernie Sanders was expecting to win about 4 states. He did. She was expecting to win the rest, and she did. She came in with big numbers, so she's pretty safe, and you can see it on her face. She's been extremely relaxed lately. She knows it. She's already focusing on the November general election, so everything is on pretty smooth tracks for the Democrats. It's quite different on the Republican side. Trump had a big night, but not big enough. Cruz won 3 states. Rubio won 1. So they're probably going to hang in this race a little longer. Mathematically, Trump is really far from having enough delegates to secure the nomination. And behind him, there's a huge fight because not everyone within the party wants him to be the nominee.
Let's talk a bit more about the numbers, because even though Trump won so many states, 7, he's still only about 100 delegates ahead of Ted Cruz.
Absolutely.
This is getting people talking about an infamous brokered convention. What does that mean exactly?
Okay, it means that we would get to the November convention and not a single candidate would have behind him enough delegates to secure the nomination. That number is 1,237 precisely for the Republicans. So far, Donald Trump has about 285, 161 for Cruz and 87 or something for Rubio. But up to today, those delegates have been proportionately. That's why if you win, you get a few, and if you lose, you still get some. Starting March 15th, it's going to be winner take all. So all the delegates will come to whoever finished first in that race. And that's when Donald Trump might start adding up numbers.
So what does that mean now for Ted Cruz? Senator Ted Cruz, a big Tea Party senator, not someone the Republican Party establishment likes. Are they going to have to rally behind him?
They have 2 options. It's either they make it a face-to-face, just 2 candidates. Rubio would drop out, so would Kasich and Carson, so as to see if the anti-Trump vote can beat the Trump vote. And Cruz might be that man. Or, on the contrary, they just do what you mentioned a little earlier. Everyone stays in the race. No one gets to the majority, and we reach a brokered convention. But that means bringing out the fight in July, much closer to the general election. It's a very risky strategy.
All right, let's step away from the Republicans, look a bit more at the Democrats. Is this the end for Bernie Sanders?
Not quite. He wants to hang in. He has a message. Your report was quite good about it because it did say that political revolution is about bringing people together. He wants something to be put in the Democratic platform for November, more about economic justice. So he's going to stay in the fight to make sure that he has his say when July comes.
It'll be interesting to see if there is more common ground found eventually between Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. Already we hear in Hillary's words just yesterday talking about making the U.S. whole, talking about love and kindness that we need in the U.S. So different from what we're hearing from the Republicans.
No, there is much more respect within the Democratic race. It's a classic race between 2 opponents who have diverging views but still respect each other. So they'll have no problem coming along when the time comes. It's quite different on the Republican side. I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up with 2 Republican candidates. The conservatives don't want Trump because he's not conservative. He's a populist, he's a radical, he's a nationalist, but in their view, he's not a conservative, and what they want is a conservative. So we'll see what happens.
Let's talk just a bit about turnout. There were record numbers we saw in the primaries for the Republicans,
Right.
Not so much on the Democrat side. Could that be a problem for the Democrats down the line?
It could, but it's really Trump's main argument. He is bringing people into the Republican Party. Turnout has been absolutely huge. You're quite right to mention it. Between 20 and 50% above what it was 4 years ago. That means in the general election, the Republicans could get 10 to 15 million votes that they didn't get last time. That would beat Obama. Romney got 60 million votes in 2012, and Obama in 2008 got 71. He got less in 2012, 65. But you get 60 plus 15, you're at 75 million. With those numbers, the Republicans would win. The question is, will Trump carry on whatever people he's bringing in right now to the general election? A, and B, wouldn't be the kind of guy to turn away some other voters from the party. So they would gain from one side and then lose from the other And in the end, who knows?
That's interesting. Just a quick question to wrap up. How do you see this playing out? Who do you think will be facing each other in November and winning in November?
I see Trump getting the nomination. And then either the conservative wing of the Republican Party falls in line and they try to rally behind him. And he stands a chance, believe it or not. He stands a chance. Because once that primary campaign is over, they're going to groom him. If he becomes the nominee and all the Republicans agree on him being the nominee, they're going to quiet him down. They're going to calm him down. They're going to put the team behind him. They're going to clean him up. They're going to clean his language. They're going to make it acceptable. And whether America follows, we'll see. But he stands a chance. So I see a Trump-Hillary fight, and I'm just reserving my answer for that second
It would be interesting
battle.
to see if that grooming works. We all remember what happened with vice presidential candidate Sarah Palin. They thought they could groom her.
Yeah, but she's still around. And, well, yeah,
We'll
you're
see
right.
what
You're
happens.
right.
Thank you so much, Gerald Olivier, for
My
coming in
pleasure.
to talk to us. You're an author and U.S. specialist. Thank you very much.
Thank you.